Corinne, you worked at a spa, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did other stuff too, but yeah. So I was a junior talent manager for many years. Which is why I have so many hard opinions on our representation.
Pew, pew.
Gunshot fired. Oh, we'll just get an email after this is done. Like, you're dropped by CAA.
Just Corinne.
I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, that's fine, guys. I'll rip myself.
You know all the ropes, actually.
Yeah, and also it's also like anytime, your agent is to connect you with other people in the industry, and they don't want me either. So it's like, what are we wasting time here for, boys? I did work at a spa, but that was after I had already like left my stint in representation. I was in talent management for 5 years. Getting pretty like serious into it, where I had started signing my own clients. And then just one day I walked in and I realized, I was like, why am I making the dreams that I want to come true for myself, come true for other people? And I was good at it. And I liked management. Like I have to like stop myself from managing my friends, even though I still kind of on the DL will manage some people if they ask me, not like full on representation, but give them advice or, fix an email or look over something, just because there's something about it. It drives me crazy when I see talented people mismanaging their careers. It like drives me nuts. It's so hard for me to rein that in. But yeah, after I quit, I took a job as a receptionist at a spa for 5 years, because I realized I was like, I have to put 100% focus into stand-up. I realized immediately how seriously everyone else was taking it. So I was like, I need a job where I'm out early, a job that I'm not going to think about once I leave.
Yes.
And it was crazy move, at 25 years old or whatever, to say goodbye to a full-on career and then go back to this like dick around job. But it's the thing that made my dreams possible. And so like sometimes you just have to like not care what anyone else is saying and be like, I'm gonna make this happen. This isn't a bad move. And that's what I did. And then I proved to everyone, all the haters, wrong, like Taylor Swift.
Was she hating on you? That bitch.
She was personally rooting for my failure.
I swear to God, if Corinne Fisher makes it, I'm gonna.
No, just like I feel like Taylor Swift is someone who like is constantly like knows herself and makes good business moves, which we don't. Gotta be honest, I don't see that a lot for women, because we're discouraged from making them, because we're said that's cocky. You're caring about the wrong thing.
We're affected so much by all the feedback, and I think we get more of it than men, and so
totally. Everyone can't wait to give you advice. Yeah. And here's another ticker tape. Wait, Corinne, what specifically are some of the things that you see, and Christina, what are some of the things you guys see female entertainers or performers, the wrong moves that they or mismanage their careers?
Like saying yes to things that they're too good for. At a certain point, you have to, in the talent management office I worked in, one of the sayings around the office was, no is the sexiest word in the business. And that never left me. People feel like you have to say yes to everything. And I think in the beginning of your career, you should, but then you hit a point where you have to, it's very important, even more important than saying yes, is saying no to things that you have graduated from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also Corinne and I are doing a finance series for Guys We Fuck, where we're working on this spin-off series of Guys We Fuck, where we talk about money, and we've interviewed a lot of these women. And one of the common themes that have popped up in these interviews is women don't overestimate their abilities. They underestimate their abilities. So they go after the jobs that are below them instead of the jobs that are above them. Men go after jobs that are above them. And you got to think like that.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it, baby. That's my motto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we started talking on the podcast about like, apply to that job that you're like a little bit underqualified for. I'm not talking about wildly underqualified for, where you're putting like people's lives in danger. You're saying you're a doctor and you're not. But like,
I don't do that.
Just I think we follow the rules maybe sometimes too much. Where like, if you're looking at the qualifications for a job and like, oh, I don't know how to use Excel, and I know I've done this. It's like, oh, I don't know how to use all these programs. I'm not going to apply. Just apply. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. YouTube it.
Fucking love that. Okay. All these years, all these podcast episodes, do you guys have a favorite Guys We Fucked podcast episode?
Ooh. Oh, I love the Andy Dick episode, because we didn't know we were going to a rehab. We thought we were going to his house.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was fun. The first big interview we got was Amber Rose, and we got that ourselves. Corinne emailed Amber Rose's lawyer, and they emailed us back, and we went to Amber Rose's house, And we were like, just so proud. We were really proud of ourselves. We were like, yeah, we wanted to get her. We got her. It was a great conversation. She was wonderful, so kind.
Had us back on her show. Been a big supporter. Gave us a blurb for our book. Like she went above and beyond.
She did go above and beyond. And it just goes to show, like, we are, the original success of Guys We Fucked is Corinne and I. So it's like, we always have that to lean back on. So that interview was really monumental for us. And it came out the same time that Kanye West was tweeting about a finger up his ass. So we were like, I mean, the PR gods are on our side. We did not time this.
Oh, you couldn't have gotten better. Yeah, right? Perfect.
Yeah. And Amanda Knox was another one of my favorite interviews.
Yeah, because there's so many. It's so hard to say. Like Fran Drescher, I really loved. When we were in Fran Drescher's apartment,
Charlamagne the God,
I was like, this is crazy. And then I also really enjoy ones. I would say a lot of times I enjoy ones with people who aren't really famous more than people who are famous. Like if we're talking about recent episodes, we had an interview with Dr. Valerie Rain, who she handles like patriarchal stress disorder, which I know sounds like a lot, but the interview was fascinating.
Yeah, she brought up a lot of good points. We interviewed a woman named Janice Matias, whose mother gave illegal abortions in Harlem back when it was illegal, but it was only actually illegal for women who weren't white. Because rich white women were going to the hospitals getting whatever they wanted done. So she was the neighborhood abortion provider in the 70s in Harlem, and she saved women's lives. And so we really got to uncover. We've interviewed Nadine Strawson, who's the first female head of the American Civil Liberties Union, about how important free speech is and how important it is to, like, the art of debate, which is really sadly very lost.
I know.
In things like politics, where debate has, like, there are rules to debate that you can violate and lose.
Yeah.
That are, honored. So you really think that there's not a lot to talk about with sex, but you never run out of categories.
Yeah, we just expanded too. Like sex is like it is a part of so much of that we do and preparing for it, and especially with relationships and dating, and like you could talk about it forever. And I mean, people do. At certain points, I'm like, you should concentrate on other things in your life too, which is why we're doing the financial series.
Yeah, you want balance. Also, one of the weird, like, we've learned so much from our listeners because if anybody out there listening thinks that their kink or whatever turns them on is weird, it's just not. One email that we got that makes me think of you, Sarah, is this one woman. She could only orgasm when she looks at videos of women giving birth. The messier, the better. If they poop on the table, she'll come harder. Like and it's not the whole pregnant women thing. Because I could understand, like, like you're carrying a baby. That's amazing. It's women giving birth. Like, just give me the view of the hole, pushing the baby out with all the fluid, and we read that email on the podcast, and the next week we got like at least 10 emails that week saying, oh my God, me too.
What's her email address? I got a new video coming for April 14th. I mean, I've got a new one. She can see like a vag busted open for the first time. Yeah, I mean, she's like
wild.
No, God, it's so fucking fascinating. Wait, Corinne, you got to go back though. Tell me what the premise of Dr. Valerie and patriarchal trauma. What is that?
I believe she coined that kind of phrase, patriarchal stress disorder. And she's just saying that, just being a woman, you are born with, the trauma of being a woman, attached to your ancestors, and how it's a part of everything you do. And normally I'm not like really a big fan on like, walking into a place and just being like, I'm damaged. And that's not what it is. So that's why I feel like the title of it is a little
it could be eye rolly.
It's a little eye rolly, or a little bit like feminist bullshit that people made up. But when I really looked into it, because I just found her scrolling through Instagram, find a lot of our guests just literally like going down a rabbit hole on Instagram, and she has like 4,000 followers or something, but she's extremely intelligent, and she's also someone who I think has greatly affected in a positive way many women's lives, because she takes in clients and deals with this. And I think it's like these microaggressions that we just fight past, especially people who are a little bit more tomboyish, like us, and we can maybe play in realms where men play, but like we shouldn't have to put ourselves through all of this just to get exactly what men are getting, or maybe a little bit less. So it's good to unpack that, and just be aware. It's not even like you're asking for anything else. It's just a way to unpack it and maybe learn more about yourself and why you're stressed out all the time.